In the fall of 2011, 6 shorts were made to further add to the content for Ninjago in its debut year. These shorts are collectively known as the 2011 shorts or the 2011 mini-movies, and I've watched all of them. You could watch them all in a span of like 15 minutes. Kind of similar to the Chen mini-movies, only they're like quadruple the length, but that's not saying much since the Chen mini-movies are like 3 minutes as a whole. But anyways, I'm going to be ranking all 6 based on just my personal enjoyment. Secrets of the Blacksmith. This short's plot is fairly simple. Jay and Nia return to the 4 weapons workshop, and Nia checks out, some inventory and whatnot, but then gets faced with some skeletons, and she beats them rather easily, while Jay, being the simp that he was back in 2011, basically thought up some really good, pickup lines for her. And then Jay somehow hears a noise, tries to protect Nia, but ultimately Nia can fend for herself. That's pretty much it. And it is enjoyable and whatnot, but due to my heavy bias against shipping and the Jaya ship as a whole, it's definitely a big reason why I put it at the bottom of the list. Return to the Fire Temple. This short is basically Kai and Nia going back to the Fire Temple for some reason. I think it has something to do with Flame, as I remember watching. And basically Kai fends off some skeletons. Oh yeah, I remember, that's right. Flame wanted to show them what a secret entrance to the Underworld. As I said before, Kai fights off some skeletons and does some unique Spinjitsu. Also, I really thought this line from Nia was incredibly funny, where Kai says, "I could fend them off," and Nia's like, "No, you can't, stupid." And I just laughed because that was just a straight up roast by Nia. I just love it when characters roast other characters, just because I think it's incredibly funny. And it ends with some good crunch and knuckle arguing and fighting. So that absolutely adds to the hilarity of the situation. An Underworldly Takeover. This is basically a follow-up to Battle Between Brothers, and basically shows why and how Garmadon took over the skeleton army. He basically just straight up freaking beats the absolute crap out of Samukai in like a matter of minutes. And he probably could have done it with his arms tied behind his back, as he was legitimately just crossing his arms while doing it. And we get to see a rare purple Spinjitzu out of Garmadon, which we don't really see all that much throughout the course of the entire series. I think we only see it like 3 times, the same amount of times around the Tournament of Creation. So yeah, it was a really unique thing, and I like that it served as a follow-up to Battle Between Brothers. And I also like that Wu just assumed that they just straight up said, well, they'll just talk about it over a set of tea, which I thought was just straight up hilarious at the time. Battle Between Brothers. You might be shocked that this isn't the number 1 spot, for obvious reasons. Yeah, I understand why it is the number 1 spot for a lot of people. It is incredibly relevant to the plot, the most relevant out of all 6 of these shorts, and the fighting for its time was actually pretty good. However, there is one thing that does bother me about the short, and that is, what exactly is this protection spell? Yes, we know of its usage to protect one against evil, but what exactly is the spell? I'm gonna give it a little bit of a pass since this was a 2-minute short, and it wasn't obviously going to answer that question. But still, some things like these, when you think about them, they definitely do need explanation. Flight of the Dragon Ninja. This is basically similar to that race the ninja did with their dragons in Season 1. It's basically another race, or as they call it, the title, to earn the title of the, quote, Dragon Master, which Jay won the previous time, as far as we know. And then, spoiler alert, Cole wins it this time with the help of Rocky, the best dragon before the Ultra Dragon existed. And of course, because he used that liver and toad thing as sort of like a head start. Well, not a head start, but as a way to get the edge on the ninja. So I thought it was very enjoyable because it was a very unpredictable result. And I like unpredictableness in my shows. The new Masters of Spinjitsu. And at the top of the list, we have the funniest short, in my opinion, of these 6. The new Masters of Spinjitsu. It's basically Crunch and Knuckle going to the old monastery and just practicing with the ninja's golden weapons. And it turns up some very hilarious results, involving them just not controlling, the weapon's power. They couldn't fathom their power. And it's resulting in hilarity. And even there is one point where Kai wakes up somehow and just turns off the freaking machine that does the dojo thing. And he does not even notice that Crunch and Knuckle right there, and that's what makes me laugh when it's something so blatantly obvious, but yet the characters just don't see it. I'm like, it's just funny to me, honestly. And for those reasons, for making me laugh so hard, that's why it's at the number 1 spot. But anyways, what do you guys think? Which of these 6 shorts do you think is the best one? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye bye!